Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice, this is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. It is your girl, DJ Kitty here. I am rolling solo. Miss Morningstar has an engagement with her daughter. Good luck to you, Mia. We are super proud of you. And you guys send out some good praise in the air. We've got a young lady who is doing her big one, and I am so proud to call her my niece. Anyhow. Miss Morningstar will be back tomorrow, and we'll hear her lovely voice. But in the meantime and in between time, you guys have me. All right, so I also want to say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening and being a part of our journey. We couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you for tuning in. All right, so today we're going to have a terrific Tuesday in spite of everything. In spite of everything, I want to remind you guys to drink your water, 16 ounces of water every morning. Take your morning medication, take your vitamins first thing in the morning, and get you a delicious breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and you definitely need to be fulfilled and sustained to get through whatever you've got planned for the day. So get your breakfast on. All right, so I am going to try and do what Miss Morningstar does and give you guys some great affirmations for the day to get you through. So I'm going to start with, calm and centered. I welcome this Tuesday with a peaceful mind and an open heart. I am grounded, focused, and ready for opportunities today. I choose calm over chaos and clarity over confusion. I agree with that 1,000%. All right, let's talk about motivation and energy. Today I move forward with energy, purpose, and joy. Every step I take today brings me closer to my goals every single day. It's one foot in front of the other. I am capable, confident, and unstoppable this Tuesday. Don't let anybody stop you. You got this. All right, let's go into gratitude and focused. I am thankful for the gift of this day and people in my life. I always say, I'm thankful I've got one more day above ground versus below. I see beauty and blessings in the small moments of today. I agree with that 1,000%. Gratitude fills my heart and guides my actions. Be grateful. Be grateful for every breath that you take. I know a lot is going on. Just be grateful for the life that you are living. And if you need to make changes, do just that. Change it. All right, and that is your affirmations for this Tuesday. We're going to have a terrific Tuesday in spite of everything. I don't care what's going on. We're still going to have a terrific Tuesday. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the weather. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 81, a low of 53. Feels like 80 during the day, 48 at night, with a 3% chance of rain. It's going to be a partly cloudy day and sunny. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Humidity is low during the day and moderate at night. Memphis, Tennessee. Today you have a high of 82, a low of 56. Feels like 81 during the day, 53 at night with a 2% chance of rain. Another partly cloudy day. The clouds will go away mid-afternoon and it'll be pretty sunny today. Excuse me. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity is low during the day and moderate at night. You guys get out there and enjoy your day. It's not raining, so get out there and enjoy it. Now, Houston, H-Town, Houston bound, my hometown. Today we have a high of 69, a low of 65, which I loved. I love those temperatures. Feels like 69 during the day, 64 at night with a 66% chance of rain. Grab your umbrellas. 9 times out of 10, it's going to rain wherever you're at, even if it's a light shower, but it's pretty much going to rain all day until the evening. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and humidity is very high all day long. So if you have allergies, take your allergy medication tonight so it doesn't affect you tomorrow. So that is your weather. That is our morning monologue. I'm going to go ahead and bring my brothers right on up because I've got some news that we all can use. Some news about the FBI. I'm truly curious to see what they've got going on. Let me add my brothers to the stage. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's going on? What's going on?
Another day, another dollar. We're above ground versus below. I see that you have filled the platform with some stories that you're going to share. Do I need to get my fan now or should I wait until the commercial break? I know, right, DC? Because I already see it. I see that Viper Vet is on one already. So I'm going to just, try and hold my breath and see what happens with all that. Anyhow.
Is the straight up from Moose closed or is it open?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Don't give me the line whether it's open or closed. It might be open. It might be closed. Hey, who actually knows at this point? Do you know?
No. I'm asking for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend. How about you, DC? Do you know?
I'm so confused. I don't even want to try to guess.
I mean, is it open or not? What is it? Open, closed, open. What are we doing here? Every single day is something else. Every single day, brothers. Now I don't know if y'all heard about Cash App. His name is really Cash App. That's his real name. Cash App Patel. Did y'all hear about him?
I heard he like that. I heard he like that brown. Brown.
It gets down with the brown. I heard he's doing because he's mad because somebody exposed his drinking habits.
Got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful. I don't know. Brother.
They said they had to breach his room. They had a breach team to breach his room, knock his door down off the hinges.
Why did they have to knock the doors off the hinges? Do tell.
Buddy was unresponsive. Unresponsive. Missed the meetings. They couldn't find him. Wasn't answering his cell phone, email.
Passed out? Did we have a drunken moment? Was he passed out? Viper Bet, it looks like you're frozen on. There you go. So they had to take the doors off the hinges. How does the FBI director in 2026 need to get his doors removed so they can do a welfare checkup? What is going on?
When we hire these people, this is what we get.
Yeah, Cash App. Well, I've got a bit of news about Cash App right here. I'm looking at FBI director. I'm sorry. Hold on. Go ahead, Mike. I need to clear my throat.
Yeah. Hey, folks, if you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead and follow us on YouTube. Our Plugs LLC. We need more people to subscribe. It's free. Make sure you jump over there. Consume some of the content. We got content in the live section. We have content in the short section. We have content in the video section. All right. So get over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. And of course, we're on TikTok. So go ahead and follow us and subscribe to us on those platforms. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Most definitely.
We
Most
really
definitely.
do. We really do. Okay, so FBI, thank you, brother. FBI Director Kash Patel confirms investigation into deaths and disappearance of nearly a dozen scientists with classified ties. What's going on with that? What's going? Let's get into it. FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed on Sunday that the FBI has launched a major coordinated investigation into the mysterious deaths and disappearance of nearly a dozen U.S. scientists with ties to top secret national security programs. Now, why in the world would our scientists all of a sudden go missing right after the documents that was in somebody's bathroom went missing? I always say follow the signs of money, the trail, because 2 + 2 = 4, not Kool-Aid. If the documents were in a secure location like they have been over the last, almost 200 years, we wouldn't have this problem. Now we've got missing scientists with top secret information.
That's not good. That's national security, though. That's if we're losing. These are key people in our government. In our these are key people. You don't just come up missing, and if more than one is coming up missing in the same arena, something is fuzzy. Something ain't right.
Something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, all of them are defense scientists, and nuclear, anti-gravity, all the top secret programs these people were involved in.
Well, it says here these missing and killed scientists and former professional members of the Department of Energy vary in a wide range. Patel stated, we're working most importantly with our state and local partners who have the jurisdiction on each of these cases, whether they be a homicide or a missing persons case, they have the evidence. How about you go ask that man with them rotten hands what he did with them classified documents?
Who gave it to, who sold it to, who saw them?
I mean, that's what I would do if I was the director of the FBI. I would go back to square one, where a lot of classified documents were removed. They're not in a SCIF. They're not secured. Anywho, they were in the bathroom, and they were on a bar on a stage, just boxes. And now we have missing scientists. So that's one story that I definitely will keep an eye on. The other one is y'all heard about Kristi Noem's luxury plane? Yeah, they took it from her. Now imagine a $70 million plane, a jet. $70 million.
What did she think she's gonna keep it?
I think she thought she was gonna take it home. You know how you normally, yeah, you're right, T-Wiz, check Ivana's grave. You know how if you quit a job or you get fired, you may take a stapler or, a paper clip or a staple remover. Maybe, you may get away with a laptop. You may get away with a few things, but not a $70 million jet, Kristi Holmes.
That part.
Holmes. Yes, I'm saying her name exactly how I feel. Yeah, she thought that she was going to keep it, but of course the DHS took it back, and they're going to give the First Lady Melania Trump access to the
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, is it all in all pink or something? Why? Anyway, I'm not even going to get into it because it should have never been purchased with our taxpayer dollars, period.
Yeah, not to mention the $143 million that are missing as part of her budget that went to some contract out in Virginia to a guy that didn't even own a business. So
they opened it up 7 days before that transfer was made into his account.
Right.
That sounds like some fraudulent activities to me.
That's
Yeah. And then let's not forget to mention that $6.3 billion that Pee Wee German, what's his name? Stephen Miller, that snatched up out of the treasury our taxpayer dollars and put into one offshore account to the Cayman Islands, and then he transferred it to 4 other accounts. Look, I am going to call for a forensic audit of all of this. Who do I need to talk to? A forensic audit. I need that to happen. Okay, I've got two more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to my brothers. I think that they're waiting to see if Cash Patel is gonna, get fired also. Let me put that out there. We're all just waiting for the word. FBI Director Cash Patel under fire as aides fear his tenure is nearing an abrupt end. It should have never started. Can we talk about that?
He gonna look surprised, right?
Demise.
He's gonna be shot, deer in the headlights. Yeah, Cash, do like I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead and get your box, pack up all your stuff now, so that when they walk you out, you won't be embarrassed. And they don't have to wait on you, security at the door, or they just kick you out and then they're gonna send your stuff. Try and get you a stapler or a staple puller, some I don't know, some thumbtacks. Just know you're not getting a $70 million jet. We ain't doing that.
No. Didn't the labor secretary also resign today?
Did that? Oh, wow.
Yeah. The labor secretary resigned.
He had a 91% turnover rate in his last administration.
Mm-hmm.
And these are with guardrails.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are going to tell him no. Right now, he ain't got nobody necessarily saying no unless they're going to quit or resign. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah. There's nobody that's going to tell him that what you're doing is wrong and unethical and illegal. And so they're just yes men. But last time when we had a president like that, Nixon, he didn't go to prison, but everybody around him sure did. Everybody around him went to prison, as they should. I hope that those others that's been out here acting out understand what their their destination will be eventually. Last one I wanted to talk about is the Supreme Court. Donald Trump just had a $166 billion snatched back by the Supreme Court, and over 330,000 businesses are lining up to collect a refund. And this is in regards to those tariffs.
Yeah.
But my thing is, hear me out. Now, he imposed tariffs, and the companies had to raise prices. They didn't pay that $166 billion. Those companies did not pay that. What they paid was not that. You know who paid it? We paid it.
We did. Mm-hmm.
So instead of companies lining up to get money, it needs to be American people lining up to get reimbursed, because the companies, you're double stacking. You've already charged for those tariff prices. You pass it on to the consumer. Now you're gonna get your money back. That's our money. We pay that, not the companies. So I'm not understanding how the Supreme Court even thinks that this is okay. And I feel like there needs to be a class action lawsuit against the government for these tariffs and against these companies who think that it's okay to double dip. Basically, that's what you're doing. You're double dipping on the American people.
That part.
All right, brothers, that's what I wanted to discuss this morning. You guys, I'm gonna turn it over to Viper Vet. I know, Viper, it looks like you keep getting frozen on.
No,
there you go.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good.
When I come off, I go off.
Okay, got you. Okay, So what do we have for today? I know today it's Veterans Voice, Secretary Pete Kegsbreth, about why generals were fired. Oh, he had an explanation?
Well, we're gonna see. This is a this is the thing. When you are especially in a certain stage, you don't do certain things. If you're vulnerable, you don't get rid of the people who are keeping it together, right? Generals are not to be a general, and especially to be the top generals in the military. You don't just get there because you happen to stumble upon it, right? These people are bred.
Mm-hmm.
They are handpicked. They are mentored. They got schoolings. These people are they're run through a system, and not all of the generals can be in certain places because they don't have the pedigree, right? And so to get rid of the top generals in certain places, off the rip, something crazy going on. What did they do to not deserve to be in that position? They can't say, right? So the first I'm gonna play he was in front of Congress and they were asking him questions. You're gonna kind of get an idea, and then I'll play the story about him firing folks. And it ain't right. It just ain't right. A reminder, he used to be in the National Guard, never had a unit, didn't have any schooling, no position of authority. He was a weekend Fox Entertainment substitute, worse than a substitute. Like, you wouldn't put him in charge of licking stamps.
But before we go to that, let's take a quick commercial break. Let's you guys stay tuned. Vipe is gonna share this with the family, and I'm quite sure we all need to hear it. But we need to take a quick commercial break. We got to pay a few bills, but stay tuned. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and the worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out MorningstarBoutiqueByTam.com, where your light owns your style.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We left off with Vike about to share what Mr. Pete Kegsbreath has going on. Go ahead, Vike, take it over.
Yeah, they brought him in front of Congress and they asked him simple questions. And because he was not able to answer them, he said some other things and he was trying to do his own thing. And this is what we get when we have people who are incompetent by a large margin in certain positions. You could see it for yourself. If you're not on YouTube, go on YouTube and make sure that you check these videos out, because you're gonna knock your head against the wall trying to take off the paint. All right.
Success of the Houthi operation. About how much money did it cost? How much money did you spend on missiles shooting at the Houthis?
Well, you'd have to compare that with what it cost.
I'm just asking how much did it cost?
Divert our shipping lanes around.
I'm told it's several $100 million, maybe close to $1 billion. How many U.S. flagged commercial ships have transited the Red Sea since your so-called successful operation?
Well, thankfully, unlike the previous administration,
the answer is zero.
Military vessels transit.
No, I didn't ask about military vessels. I
well, which
asked
would
about
be the
commercial
precursor
vessels.
for
how many commercial vessels?
Transit.
It's been several weeks. How many commercial vessels, U.S. flagged, have transited the
Well,
Red
would you, Mr. Congressman, put civilian ships
The
through
questions
dam
are not to
for
me,
military
Mr. Secretary,
ships?
they're to you.
We have responsibly put military
The answer
ships
is zero.
through first.
I reclaim my time. How many generals and admirals have you fired?
I don't know the exact number, but
You don't know the number. It's 8. Can you explain why any of them were fired? Like, just explain why was...
they all serve at the pleasure of the president. And I think
No, I'm just asking you why.
General Kane is a great example.
I'm just
of
asking
a
you
leader
why.
that we
I think
need
you
at
probably
this
learned
time.
at Princeton what why means. Why did you fire him?
They serve at the pleasure of the president, and we want
Why
better
did you
representation
fire
in
him?
each and every of those.
You can't
each and
explain
every
why
one
you
of those
fired any of
places.
them?
Gentlemen's time's expired.
But let me play something else before we get into it.
This Army, can we call Army Chief of Staff? It is a shakeup. He did get fired based on what you're reporting is what's going on.
Yeah, it's absolutely a shakeup. So he is the senior-most four-star general in charge of the U.S. Army, the Army Chief of Staff. He's been in the job since September of 2023. He's supposed to be there for a 4-year gig. But the reality is there have been rumors that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth was going to fire him for some time.
Predating the war?
Precisely, predating the war. And basically this is Secretary Hegseth is going after people and has been since he was nominated or since he was confirmed into this job and sworn in. He goes after people who have any kind of ties to DEI, have any ties to the retired General Mark Milley and the previous administration, and that's where Randy George fell in here, the Army general. He worked directly as the senior military aide for the former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. So the reality is he has been in the crosshairs with Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth for some time. But I cannot stress to you enough the idea that the Secretary of Defense just fired the head of the Army, the 4-star general in charge of the United States Army while the U.S. is at war, is for nothing to do with the war, by the way, is so beyond unorthodox.
So we are just getting in a statement from the Pentagon. I'm going to show you off of my computer too, because it's literally just coming in as you're speaking here. But the general confirming that he will be, they say retiring from his position here, effective immediately. We've got the statement up on screen saying that the Department of War, that's what they call it, is grateful for General George's decades of service to our nation. We wish him well in his retirement. To your point, Courtney, they're framing it as a retirement. It's in the middle of this war against Iran. Does this operationally, do we know even what this operationally means for the actual strikes, attacks, target?
When he sees him in his uniform, imagine how insignificant Hegseth. Look at the. I'm looking at his thing, Ranger, expert infantry badge. I'm looking at all the. Hegseth must like. I gotta get rid of him.
He's jealous. He's jealous because all he has is a Boy Scout outfit that he probably got from the Goodwill. He didn't earn not a single patch. Okay, Hegseth is a true embarrassment. When did he fire him?
Recently.
And we're at war.
Yes.
And you want to fire
the top general in the Army.
If you're in the military right now, what recourses do you have to say, you know what, I don't want to do this? Because leadership we don't have any leadership. We have somebody who's 2 sheets to the wind every day at any time. What can you do, DC? What can you do, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, when you got the senior leadership, you're compromising the nation's national security. I mean, people don't realize, how much experience goes into being, designated as Secretary of the Army. I mean, this man probably had every box checked twice, and you're literally gonna fill it with a sycophant. Somebody to just nod their head yes and look the other way. Putting soldiers, airmen, sailors, Marines in grave harm, grave danger. It's despicable. It is.
At this point, I truly believe that it's done at the detriment of the United States. I think that they're doing this intentionally to weaken the U.S. I don't think that this is it. I know that it's the dumbest thing that we've ever, it's kind of hard because he does something dumb just about every day. However, he's weakening our defense and he's already given away our secrets. So, you are we are butt naked out here.
I don't want to get ahead of Ike because I'm sure he's going to cover it. But, war planning is just not something that you rush into. You just don't launch ships and send them off to an area without the logistic support and all the things that go along with it. I mean, and I'm sure Vipe's going to get into, these ships short on supply,
go ahead.
all of that. It's, Europe is saying they have 6 months worth of 6 weeks worth of jet fuel left,
What?
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that if there's no jet fuel available, how do you resupply the aircraft carriers?
Wait. 6 weeks?
They said they have a 6-week supply of jet fuel left in Europe.
Good Lord. Y'all. Go ahead, Bite, because
this is the thing, right? There's parts of an operation that needs to be considered that's more important than the actual operation itself. Because if you don't have the supplies, you can't do the operations. You see people putting food on, I'm not sure if they're real, but the food that they're putting on, saying that they're running out of food and they're getting a plate full of blob, right? But fuel, food, mail, these are simple things. And you're like, oh, no. Showers, fruits, these are simple things, but that could be detriment. when you're planning these things, how are you getting food to those ships? It sounds simple, right? You can't just go buy food at a market in Oman. These things has to be approved because guess what? We need to know where it comes from, what's in it. Because imagine on a carrier, everybody's now sick and going to the bathroom.
Feeding them slop, like Vera said, feeding them slop. This is crazy. So, and then their conditions of where they staying at. That's what really, a couple weeks ago, all those bases were bombed. F1 in the comments, and our soldiers had to hide out in office buildings and hotel rooms and wherever they could.
You stick out like a sore thumb, though. Who don't know who you are?
Who doesn't?
Put on civilian all. Some people just can't hide the military out. You look at them, you're like, mm-hmm.
Blonde hair, blue eye can't hide it all. Now, a brown person, you may get away with it because there's plenty of brown people over there. But a blonde hair, blue eye, baby, you in trouble. You in America, girl, you in trouble. You better fight back.
Yeah, and so operations, you have to plan and you have to have everything, logistics in. The logistics are important as the bullets themselves. The resupply is critical, and some of those ships can't stay on the water for a long time. I think it's the Gerald Ford has been out on sea for 200 plus days. They're not made to be on the water that long, and so we're going to have problems either on water or when they get back, and they're going to be out of commission for a long time. So, but we're not dealing with people who have any mental matter that matters. So that's just
been the case.
You're going to end up seeing a mass exodus of military personnel once this is said and done. Like Mike said, the Gerald Ford has been out for over 200 days, and now they're in like a communication silence. So imagine your husband and wife is on deployment. They've been gone for 6 months. You expect them home in 6 months. And now all of a sudden they're out 8 months, and you can't even communicate with them. You can't even talk to them. You can't even get mail to them. And that the reason behind that is they don't want the truth to get out. Once these spouses start talking to their significant other, or parents start talking to their kids, they're going straight to the media. They're going straight to the media.
Their friends,
right?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't blame them.
Nope.
I do not blame them, and it's pure ignorance, and you just put our country at risk, and our babies, our soldiers, our military at risk, and for what? What was the purpose of this? Because you thought you could pull another Venezuela? Well, speaking of Venezuela, where's Madonna? Where's he at now? What's his name? Maduro. Where's he at? Him and his wife. Anybody seen them since they brought him out in the outfit, the Nike sports outfit? No one's seen them since.
They had a court appearance, and then we didn't hear anything. They had a court appearance, but yeah, we kidnap a president from a country. We are criminals. The government. We are internet.
I really feel like now hear me out, okay? I feel like do unto others. And since we did that, somebody, come on. You would not get any pushback. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Vibe. I'm not going to push back at all.
Well, we're going to push forward. Speaking of criminals.
Settling crime in Maryland. A man is accused of touching women's hair on the Metro, and he's now facing some serious charges.
The Metro Transit Police say one victim was on the Silver Line train. We're now learning that suspect Brian Betancourt was pardoned by President Trump for his involvement in the January 6th Capitol riot. A post on social media shows a 28-year-old holding up his official pardon letter. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight in Clarendon, where one of these incidents allegedly happened.
And Daniel, there are some really serious accusations against this man beyond stroking women's hair.
Susan and Chris, in previous court documents for that January 6th case, prosecutors say that Bettencourt is a self-professed white supremacist and has a desire to be a lone wolf killer. I talked with one woman who says she just had an anti-stalking order reissued against him, and she's glad that he is being held accountable for something. Safety on the metro is top of mind for many people, especially women.
I've had a couple of friends who have had instances of stalking and people trying to come up to them and just feeling really uncomfortable and having to get off the metro and go to a different stop.
This week, videos on X went viral, reportedly showing Brian Bettencourt live streaming himself touching a woman's hair Sunday night around 10 p.m.
It was like a 24-second video, and it's just him sitting behind this like strawberry blonde woman, kind of talking to himself and touching her hair.
Brianne Chapman recently got an extension for an anti-stalking order against Bettencourt, good until 2030, and she's not surprised by what happened.
It's very disturbing because he's been doing really weird, creepy behavior just to me and to my friends for years now, and now it's escalating to random young girls.
Bettencourt pleaded guilty for entering the Capitol on January 6th while he was already on probation for burglary. He was later pardoned with the rest of the January 6th defendants.
Every time he gets away with something, like how he got pardoned by Trump, he thinks he can just do whatever he wants.
Chapman says he's violated the anti-stalking order multiple times. She says he was sent back to jail for making threats at the Wheaton Metro to assault her friend, and he was released 4 months ago. She wants other women to remain vigilant and speak up when something like this happens.
I guess before that video, I felt pretty safe on the metro in general. I think it's a safe, way to get from here to there, but it does worry me a little bit.
The Maryland Public Defender's Office, representing Bettencourt right now, says they have no comment on this case. Of course, the warrant for his arrest was out of Virginia here. We don't know how long it could take for him to be extradited to face charges here in Arlington.
Yeah.
I am taking the time to look up to see if Virginia is an open carry state. Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Virginia is an open carry state, allowing adults 18 and older to openly carry firearms with a permit in most public. Ladies, get you a hot little thing, a hot little number, 380, do something. Get you something and keep it on you at all times. Because I have a solution to all of this. You guys, look, let's do the math. You got your what is it? Your thing that keeps people from coming to you. You got your
PPO.
Your so he can't come in 300 feet of her. What's that called? Restraining order. Thank you, Bob. You got your restraining order, baby. Let him walk up on you. Listen to DJ Kitty. All right. You just got to pull it out. But if you pull it out, my daddy said you always got to use it. So let him touch your hair one more again. Let him knock on your door one more time.
A J6er, pardoned by the orange dude. He was on parole when he went to Jan 6. He's a criminal. He's a creep. Yeah.
Let me say it again.
And he's a supremacist.
Virginia is an open carry state, ladies. Handle your business. Don't let DJ Kitty down. Handle your business.
Yeah.
We got to stick together. I'm going to talk to my white tea sisters out there, girls, ladies.
Don't let us waste money in court on folks.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. Hey, folks. Like I said, if you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. All right. You know what? Wow. Memphis. I got a story for y'all.
Memphis in the house.
You ever get some scam calls and they're like, hey, you need to pay this bill, and sometimes they sound legitimate. They're like, oh, we're gonna put a hold on your thing, and some of these things sound convincing, and people fall for them, and they seem legitimate. But Memphis, I've got a story for you.
Busted for a traffic violation? You may have gotten one in the mail and noticed that you were caught on camera speeding and you need to pay. And many of you have. You get this from the city of Memphis and it's collected close to $2.5 million from its speed camera program in the last 6 months. So, who's behind these caught-on-camera enforcement, and what happens if you just say, forget about it, I'm not paying?
Yeah, you just ignore it. WRG investigator April Thompson has been digging for the real details.
Cracking down on traffic violations. Now, it can be done without police even seeing you firsthand. These cameras tracking your every move as you drive through certain intersections in Memphis. Osborne Burks, who didn't want to appear on camera, learned that firsthand when he was driving in a school zone along Union Avenue.
I got a ticket in the mail. I was like, what? It came, like I said, March 15th. And it says at 7:52 a.m. on that date, I was making 31 miles per hour in the school zone.
The notice even directs you to a website where you can see your vehicle as it commits the offense.
I was like, no, this can't be. But then when they zero in on your tag and your car, you go, okay, yeah.
How much was the fine?
$50. And I was inclined to pay it just because I didn't want the hassle. So pay the $50 and be through with it.
People still have questions, including some saying these violations are unenforceable. You don't really have to pay. But before you toss one away, we set out to find the answer.
Our first call, Memphis Police, since MPD Shield is clearly on the violation notice. But police were quick to tell us it's not our program. Call the city court clerk's office. So we did. City court clerk Sakita Johnson initially called us back and left her phone contact. But then we received a notice from the city of Memphis that no one, including the clerk, would be interviewing with us about the traffic camera violation program. The city instead sending us to their website, saying they partnered with Vera Mobility to install 30 speed cameras at key intersections, S-curves, and school zones to reduce reckless speeding and change driver behavior. But Memphis attorney Michael Working says the court has had an issue with the cameras.
Well, it's certainly frowned upon by our legislature and the Constitution. You're supposed to be able to face your accusers and confront them and ask them questions, and you can't ask a camera any questions.
Also, he says in Tennessee, a case is considered criminal and you can have a jury if you are fined over $50. The speed camera fines are $50 or less. The back of the notice says payment is required by law, but non-payment cannot adversely affect your credit score, driver's license, or insurance rates.
The way they wouldn't get a dime of my money, Vipe, you're on mute. You're on mute, Vipe.
I'm gonna play that again.
Yes, because no.
Or insurance rates.
Well, the way the law is written, nothing happens if you don't pay. The city will continue saying you have a debt, but they're not allowed to put it on your credit report.
Memphis, stop
playing at Memphis. Don't pay it.
And they're not allowed to suspend your driver's license if it comes from a camera.
Here are some other things to know about the cameras. The school zone cameras flash to notify the drivers they're active, and there is supposed to be clear signage at each location to inform drivers they are entering a speed safety camera zone. At Union Avenue and Rembert Street, where Osborne Burke's car was caught on camera, we did see the lights flashing as school let out for the day. This spot on Stratford is where a WREG news vehicle was captured on cam going 25 miles per hour. The violation notice says in this school zone, the speed limit is 15 miles per hour. But check this out. The violation occurred January 26th of this year, during the height of the winter storm, when snow covered the ground, clearly visible in the pictures taken by the camera. School was closed.
The cameras are generally on a Monday to Friday loop of when the school year is, and they don't necessarily know all the holidays or snow days or any other reason that school might be canceled.
I had one friend who got a ticket at another school zone and it said on or about. They didn't have a specific date. They said on or about this particular date. You came through a school zone doing 37, but there was no school in session. So what are you supposed to do?
Check the dates on any notice you get. About a month after the snowstorm violation notice, our station got another notice that the violation was being dismissed. The reason? An administrative decision. The bottom line, of course, pay attention when you're on the road. Slow down and watch out in school zones to keep everyone safe. But also know your rights.
I'm not saying you should speed through school zones.
Absolutely not.
But what the bottom line is, read all the information you've been given, right? Because this thing said at the back, it says, first they're trying to tell you it's by law, but then it says nothing will happen if you don't pay. You won't get you won't affect your credit, it won't affect your license, it won't affect your insurance, right? Those three things it said. The police department, they put the police department logo on it, but the police department is like, nope, I don't know nothing about that. Go talk to the clerk. The clerk is like, no, we're not talking. And so reading the thing and talking to the lawyer, it seems like this is a little bit fuzzy.
It's janky, if you ask me. Angel on YouTube said it's a money grab, and I have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Memphis, Tennessee, our family out there, you guys make an educated decision. Read it. If you want to disagree with it, disagree with it. If it were DJ Kitty, I'm not paying you.
Go to court.
I can't go to court and face my accuser. Cameras can't talk back. So, and you know, they had that in Texas also, but then they did away with it. They had it in Texas maybe 5 or 10 years ago, and then they pulled them all out because of the very reason. You cannot, you know, I need to be able to face my accuser. If you're accusing me of speeding or violating any type of traffic violations or traffic moving violations, I need to be able to, you know, go to court and who am I going to argue with, the camera? No. So they pulled that out, and yeah, I had a couple tickets. I'm like, I'm not paying that. Anyhow, we need to take a quick commercial break. I can't tell you guys what to do, but I would advise you to read it before you give it money. Yes, talk to your attorney, but you know, money, everything's a money grab. I have to agree with you, Angel. Everything is a money grab. Give me this, give me that. They're already charging us enough. I want some of that $133 billion that the companies are about to get.
They said they partner with this company. It's not even the police that's doing it, though.
Right.
These are civilian companies.
It's a scam. It's a scam that Donald Trump set up. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Bite has more to share. Stay tuned, folks.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
Hello everybody, my name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Welcome back, folks. I'm here this morning with Viper Vet and my brother DC, and we are talking about what's going on. Memphis, I hope you caught that last segment. And if you catch one of those speeding tickets, one of those camera light tickets, use your best judgment. All right, Vite, what else do you have on the agenda?
So, listen, DC, when's the last time you got a ticket?
It's been a minute.
Okay.
Knock on wood. It's been a minute.
I'm a knock on wood. Mine's been over 25 years. Knock on wood.
Yeah, mine has been a minute, but when people in the government come and tell you things, you want to believe them sometimes, right? You think, they're going to tell you some stuff, all right. You got to trust, but what?
Verify.
And a Rochester father is suing after the Monroe County Medical Examiner's Office mistakenly told him his missing daughter was dead. News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey first investigated this case and brought us that story in May of last year. This week, the New York State Supreme Court granted the father's request for their legal case to move forward.
The family of Shanice Cruz is looking for compensation for funeral expenses and emotional distress after
they had a ceremony and all that.
After being told by the Monroe County Medical Examiner's Office that Shanice was dead, only to find out months after cremating the body and holding a memorial service that Shanice is still very much alive.
Oh my God.
Shanice Cruz dropped her children off with her father in 2021 and disappeared.
I looked for her for 3 years, hard. I never gave up.
He even hired a private investigator who tracked her to Detroit and believed Shanice became involved in a religious cult.
So we just went on with our life, just raising the kids, because she was 28 years old when she left us. So, she's a grown woman.
That was until he got a knock on the door from Rochester police, who told him Shanice's body had been found, confirmed by dental records along Hudson Avenue in Rochester. Months of grieving went by until one day Mark got this picture from a stranger on Facebook. It's Shanice in Detroit holding up a certificate dated well after she was alleged to have died. DNA evidence later proved the body was not her. I first told this story in May of last year. The Monroe County Medical Examiner wouldn't speak with me, so I went straight to her boss, County Executive Adam Bello.
And my understanding of it was they did have the remains of someone that had a dental record that could be matched. And so they go through the process they go through, and they found what they thought was a match. Frankly, it was actually looked at now by 2 other professionals who looked at it and said it is a probable match. And there are also other things that could take place and other factors there. So that's what's being investigated now.
They were looking into the possibility that someone used Shanice's identity and insurance information to get dental work done, which generated the dental record they used to ID the body. That was of no comfort to Mark.
I think they rushed to close a missing person case. I truly believe that. Not never thinking that this would happen, because if this would have never happened, I was going to just be learn how to live without my daughter, thinking she's deceased. It's just devastating, man. I won't wish this on nobody.
And that's why Mark is taking legal action.
We're not suggesting that this was malicious or that they were doing this on purpose, but they have a duty to act in a way that's not negligent, and that did not happen here.
This week, the state Supreme Court allowed the legal case to move forward, despite missing the initial statutory deadline to file a claim. The judge ruled the city and county were not harmed by the delay.
This is such a compelling case, a clear case of negligence, that to not allow the family to pursue it would not be in the interests of justice. So we're very pleased with the ruling. It is precedent setting.
A spokesperson for Monroe County told me they do not comment on pending litigation.
Just the thought of this, like, one thing I can say is thank goodness his daughter is still alive. But the sheer, the pain that this man has gone through. He hired a private investigator. He did all this because he was worried about his daughter.
And had a funeral.
Had a whole funeral, paid for the, her remains, and then to find out that she's still alive. And then what about the other family of the person that was actually cremated? Those people will never know. Oh my goodness, this is heartbreaking. Oh, Mr. Cruz.
Yeah,
I said a prayer. That is so sad. I hope he wins.
But some parents, not all parents are created equal. Some parents are just parents. Some parents are like this mom.
South Florida children are safe after Sunrise police arrested their mother for allegedly leaving them alone in an Uber while she disappeared. That mother is now charged with child neglect and desertion of her children. NBC6's Marissa Bagg is live along West Commercial Boulevard in Sunrise, where police say they found the missing mom after they had to search for Marissa.
Yeah, Trina, police say when they found mom in this parking lot, she could not tell them how she got here. And this is some 2 miles away from where she left her 2 young children in an Uber with an Uber driver who was a complete stranger. Investigators say it was that Uber driver who called police. 32-year-old Emily Sabogal is accused of abandoning her young kids in the backseat of a rideshare while she disappeared Friday. According to police, Sabogal ordered an Uber with her 3-year-old son and 4-year-old daughter in tow. Police say the Uber driver reported Sabogal got into the car along Northwest 50th Street near 108th Avenue in Sunrise with what appeared to be an alcoholic drink in hand. She allegedly grabbed the driver's phone to cancel the ride, gave him $10 and asked him to stop the car, then stepped out and said she'd be back in 3 minutes. Police say an hour went by with both kids in the back seat, appearing to be in good spirits. We spoke by phone today with the children's father, who asked that we not reveal his name.
I honestly was sick to my stomach. I didn't know what to think. All I kept thinking about was the safety of my child. What were my children harmed?
Police say the Uber driver called Sabogal after another hour passed and she didn't return. She allegedly said she'd be back in 12 minutes. That's when the Uber driver called police.
Anything could have happened to these children, to my children, and my kids have been lucky. You know, God has spared them many times. But look where he's out.
Police say earlier in the evening, Sabogal went to Bob G's Wings and Things, where she's a regular, that she was drinking at the bar while her kids were running around the restaurant unsupervised. Hours later in the Uber, the children were unharmed, but Dad says
they were all shaken. They were wondering what had happened because the 4-year-old was telling me that she saw police sirens and the police lights, and that the mom was taken with them, and I had to calm them down, obviously, distract them with toys, but they're okay right now.
The children are now in the care of their father.
I'm going to show you what happened. This is the Uber driver, and he's waiting. He's been waiting over an hour.
Good evening. I'm Uber driver. So a request, I took the lady with the
her 2
children.
kids?
Yes.
From where?
In
Tamarack?
I don't know exactly the address. He's reporting that what happened, right? What you heard, right? So they're gonna find the mom 2 miles away. So I'm gonna go find that part, and we're gonna hear how the mom reacts when the police find her. All right, we're gonna see what happened. This step.
Take your hands out your pockets for me.
Do you have 2 kids? Were you just in an Uber with your 2 kids? Yeah, 5. I'm through 5 with her, just east of the McDonald's in the Publix Plaza off Not Billing Commercial. Just do me a favor, sit down there. Sit down. Because you just left your kids with an Uber and we're all over town looking for you. It doesn't matter. Do me a favor and sit down. What's in the backpack? Any weapons or anything like that? Okay, do me a favor, take it off and just set it to the side. Don't go in it, just set it to the side. You left your kids for 2 hours. It's been over 2 hours. Do you know where you left them at? Where did you leave them at? Where were you going? Huh? So you were just gonna leave the Uber and walk home?
Not walk home, but my situation is like a little bit complicated.
I understand that, but your number one priority should be your
My
kids.
children, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna need 2 lawyers.
Yeah. And she deserves to need 2 lawyers. Who leaves their kid with an Uber? What am I missing here? With an Uber driver? A stranger, basically. A complete stranger. You're okay with leaving your kids with a stranger for 2 hours. Is she inebriated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad the babies are with their dad. Thank goodness, because some people shouldn't have kids. We all know that. Some people should not be parents. All right, bye. You know, I don't even want to talk about this one no more. Oh, she gets the maximum sentence. Her, please. Thank you.
Max her out.
Maximum.
Max her out. You know, man, this stuff is crazy. This stuff is insane. But you know what? You got to check this one out.
A Gwinnett County widow ended up in a mental health facility when she found out she would lose her home. Good evening. I'm George Estevez.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer. A company is evicting the woman on Friday. She says they never paid her a dime for the house. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray spent days tracking the court records and paperwork on this deed disaster. Justin.
Linda, Kimberly Gravett should have at least $100,000 in equity in the home, but she says she has not received any money from the buyer yet. I showed her the paperwork in this case to multiple attorneys who specialize in this kind of law. We checked with the clerks in the state and Gwinnett County and found no record she actually closed a sale with this home's new owners.
What has she gotten out of this deal?
Nothing. No money. Nothing.
Destiny Gravett Waters is speaking for her mother-in-law because when Kimberly Gravett was told earlier this month she was being evicted from her Gwinnett County home, she broke down.
And they decided that we needed to admit her because she felt hopeless and helpless.
As it stands now, Kimberly Gravett will walk away from her home of 40 years with nothing, not a dime. So how is that possible?
She would have never just signed away her home like this.
No.
All the equity.
No, she was balled up in a ball on my couch going, they just got all of my equity.
We learned about this Gwinnett County home while investigating Home Saver 911, the company being sued by Georgia's Attorney General for allegedly stealing titles to the homes of Georgia consumers. Brian McFarland is the founder of Home Saver 911.
We didn't evict her. We didn't put her out of the house. That wasn't on us.
He's right. It's a real estate company called Georgia Venture Investment Company, LLC, that evicted her. Let's follow the paper trail. In 2024, Gravett did sign up with Home Saver 911 for help to avoid foreclosure, signing over a warranty deed to her house. Home Saver 911 says that's supposed to be temporary. They give back the deeds when you pay off the loan. But in this case, they signed the deed over not to Gravett, but to Georgia Venture Investment Company, who had filed this lawsuit against HomeSaver 911, claiming they were the real owners of the house.
He goes, well, look, I'd be happy to give you $15,000 back, and you guys just nullify your deal. I said, yep, no problem.
But a big problem for Kimberly Gravett. Georgia Ventures took her to court back in 2024, saying she agreed to sell her home to them in 2023 for $150,000, but backed out. In a default judgment, a Fulton County judge ruled that she must sell the home to Georgia Venture, quote, upon plaintiff's payment of the purchase price and other monies required by the contract.
What?
You got to be careful out here when you're talking about refinancing and taking out money and ELOC. And
They just basically stole the lady's house.
they got, listen, and what you're going to do when it's in fine print and you didn't read and understand the fine print?
Oh my goodness. Please get you an attorney. If you don't understand a contract, please get you an attorney. And if you can't afford an attorney, go talk to a friend who's a realtor. I know you have a friend who's a realtor who can walk you through this contract. Anyone, don't just sign it because you need money, please. Oh, I feel so bad for this lady.
Yeah, a lot of people need to educate themselves, especially if you have older parents that are homeowners.
Yes.
You can do title searches to see, to make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be as far as the title goes, the deed goes. This is not an uncommon practice. Another thing, too, people need to educate themselves on is if you're facing foreclosure, it's best not to ignore the foreclosure. Because there's many options, including what's called forbearance, which takes those late payments and put them at the end of the mortgage. So you have resources. I know sometimes financial stress can be so much that people just choose to ignore it. But the sooner that you address it and get the help, most mortgage companies are willing to work with people, versus having a home going to foreclosure.
Especially if it's, DC, when I'm looking at this case, this looks like fraud to me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It happens. I have a very close friend of mine that's going through it right now. He has a VA financed home, and he got sideways with his HOA, and his HOA put a lien on his property. And so now he's in court, fighting the HOA to try to get this lien off. And in Florida, I guess they're pretty aggressive about taking your property and auctioning it off.
The jail too. I did a story about that.
Yeah.
The HOA can send you to jail.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I have 2 stories left. They are crazy. I think I'm gonna play the craziest one first and leave the least craziest one for last, because that way your mental adjustments will be easier before we end the show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, bro, where your people at? Huh? You okay?
Okay.
You okay? Come on, let's go home. I'm gonna take you home, okay?
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
He finds this old man that he knows in the neighborhood walking around in Pampers, seeming like he's lost. Of course, he's elderly. And he's like, hey, where your people at? Why you out here just wandering around? Let me take you home.
That's sad.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
That's sad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
These people should take care of their elders.
Turn around and go back the way you came. Turn around and go back the way you came.
Why?
What?
What do you mean? He's wet. What are you talking about?
He just is not supposed to be out here. He's going to go all the way back the way he's supposed to go.
Where is he supposed to go? Don't he live here?
He knows.
He knows what?
Where he's supposed to go. Are you supposed to be out here? No.
Well, why would you make him go way back down there?
To teach him. It's like...
To teach him what? Yeah, that's what happens when you get old.
No. You don't... know half things that he has. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I do know what I'm talking about.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I'm about to mind yours. Because I know you just using them for a check. You piece of You got this man doing this in his Pampers, or you can. I'll call the police right now.
Come here, Brett.
I'll call the police. That man in a pamper wet.
Call him.
And you gonna make him go back down the street? You stupid.
Let him walk the way he needs to walk.
Oh my God.
What do you mean the way he need to walk? I'm calling the police. You stupid piece of.
About another video out of Wilmington that's going viral on social media tonight. It appears to show a man with a cognitive impairment walking outside wearing a diaper. Now, before we roll the video, we do want to warn you, it could be disturbing to some people. We do want to give you a second or two to turn away if you don't want to see it.
He just is not supposed to be out here. He's going to go all the way back the way he's supposed to go.
Where is he supposed to go? Don't he live here?
He knows.
He knows what?
Where he's supposed to go. Are you supposed to be out here? No.
That video has shown up on countless social media sites, going viral around the world. People are online and in person, the person who recorded the video are raising allegations of elder abuse. WECT's Ariana Bertolotti talked with the man who actually recorded the video you just watched. So Ariana, he filed a report against the woman we see in that video.
Yeah, that's right, John. Jonathan Pigford filed a report with the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office says they will look into the investigation, but it will likely be turned over to the Department of Social Services. And Pigford says this is a fight he won't back down from. It was just another day in Wilmington for Jonathan Pigford. He heard his neighbor walking down the street and thought nothing of it.
Hey, bro, where your people at? Huh? You okay?
Okay.
You okay?
That's until he saw the condition he was in.
When I approached him, he smelled so strong with urine.
Pigford realized his neighbor, who appears to be suffering from a cognitive disorder, was lost and dressed only in a t-shirt and a diaper. That's when he helped guide him home, until he was stopped by another woman who appeared to know the wandering neighbor. This moment would later be shared on social media, quickly going viral and sparking a strong reaction. And now Pigford and others online claim elder abuse.
I was bewildered. I don't know if you could tell from the video, but like I was kind of like lost for words for a second, because what do you walk back down the street for what? Why would he? He's already walked this far. I don't want to walk up and down the street.
Following the interaction, Pigford filed a report with the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office, who says they'll look into the investigation, but it will likely be turned over to the Department of Social Services. Pigford says he didn't expect the video to go viral because in the end, he wanted to advocate for the man he's lived next to for close to a decade.
I'm calling the police. Because he deserves to be able to be at peace, and he deserves dignity, and he deserves it. It's not about me. It's really not. I did it for him.
And says he won't stop until he knows his neighbor is okay.
I'm gonna drive and check on him. I'm gonna keep people updated on what's going on with him, because it's not right. And he's a human being.
I talked to the woman in the video, but she refused to comment today. We'll keep you posted on the outcome of the DSS investigation.
Right. Now, you know, this one was a hard one for me to even watch because, you know, we all got parents and we're all going to get there. And I pray that no one ever has to go through this. Imagine what goes on in this house. This lady is crazy. Baby, I can't say what I want to say because where's she at? Where's this at? Mr. Morningstar, we need to go take a drive because I feel like snatching somebody. Snatch. That is DC, go ahead, because I feel
I'm lost for words. I mean, I am. I mean, you know, like I said, I could never imagine treating a parent or a loved one like that. You know, it breaks my heart to see it. Honestly, it's sad.
For real.
This is the thing, man. People treat other people like trash.
Some people.
Now at 10, garbage collected and then returned right back to where it came from. The dispute prompting this debris dilemma in an East Bay neighborhood. That ensuing pile of blight causing problems with some neighbors. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Greg Lee. The owner of that dumpster company says he got duped by a customer who agreed to pay but never did, so returned the favor by returning the garbage.
At 10, KTV's Tom Vakar live in San Pablo to explain. Tom?
You know, this could have actually been a he said, she said story. But those old Ring cameras, they provided a whole bunch of evidence. Express Rental Dumpsters owner says people moving out of a house on San Pablo's 19th Street rented a dumpster for debris removal. The company placed the dumpster as ordered, but says the credit card number given was a problem.
It's declined. You declined the cars.
Martin Perez, owner of the dumpster firm, says when he asked about payment, all he got was delays and broken promises.
Keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna pay later. I'm gonna pay later. I'm gonna pay later, and never did. Or say, oh, I'm gonna put the money in the car so and you can charge on Monday. Happen like Monday. We try again. Call. Oh, I forgot.
When the company came for its dumpster, it was full. So the driver dumped the dumpster contents back on the driveway. A neighbor told us this.
It didn't block the street. It kind of just went on the sidewalk and a little bit onto literally at the edge of the sidewalk.
Dumpster owner Perez said he had already lost money on the dumpster delivery and pickup. Had he taken the debris to the dump, he would have had to pay hundreds more in dumping fees, increasing his loss. At some point, a neighbor apparently called the police, and the police came out, and they required that the driver remove the debris from the edge of the sidewalk onto the property itself. Later, scavengers came and spread the stuff all over the place.
She said she paid $700 for it, and then all of a sudden I see him back up and dump it all on the ground. I didn't really know what that was about.
Now, the mess the scavengers left was cleaned up by a neighbor who covered it. San Pablo Code Enforcement has opened a case which could come back on the tenant or the property owner, who we are told still lives right in town. Reporting live, Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Hey, look, if you pay for a service, pay for the service.
I mean, completely pay for it. And, you know, as a business owner, I don't blame him. I'm not going to, you know, you've already put my dumpster out of commission, and then you didn't give me a valid credit card or anything form of payment. And then if I go take it and I got to go pay to get it dumped, I would have did the same thing. That's me. And that ain't even being petty. I'm going to return your material. I would also charge you an inconvenience fee as well. You would get an invoice from me, and I'd take it all the way up to collections. I sure would. I'd put a lien on your house. Anyway, Viper, thank you for the entertainment this morning. A lot of information to take in. Memphis, Tennessee. You guys remember about your the camera, and you make up your own mind up whether or not you're going to pay your ticket or not. And please love your elders. The Bible says that. Love your elders. And I'm not going to say it's all, but I know the majority of us, we respect and love our elders. And those who don't can catch these hands. Anyway, Bite, thank you once again. DC, any last words to our family in Memphis and Holly Springs and on social media?
Yeah, bluevoterguide.org. We're 3 seats away from taking majority in the House. So let's get out there and vote in these midterms, these pop-up elections that are coming up all over the country. Please, 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 let's get out and vote.
Please. Thank you so much, brother. And thank you for your commentary. Vibe had us on the ropes tonight.
He always does.
Always does. Okay, Vibe, go ahead. Any last words for the community?
You trust but verify. You know what I'm saying? If they tell you one of your family members is passed, trust but verify, because you could be holding a whole funeral with all the shebangs. And next thing you know, you see your family member on social media posing with a certificate, going to a party, and you're like, how are you supposed to feel about that?
Right.
You grieve, you trust, but verify.
I agree. But thank you so much for your commentary. As always, you can catch these two fine gentlemen that I call brothers every every Tuesday morning on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Tomorrow is our mental health day, and we will have our sister Counselor Nikki in the house. I don't know about Miss Jack, Shanika Jack, just yet. You know, she's going through it. Please keep her in your prayers. And another big congratulations out to my niece, Tamia, on all of her accomplishments. This young lady is the truth. I cannot wait to see her journey. We will be back tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. WKRA 92.7. Raven, thank you so much for this opportunity. Have a good day, you guys.
As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.